What's good, everyone? Welcome to another LiveWire Sports Media update, another Indiana Fever forecast. All right, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day. And we have the GOAT, supposedly, against the Rook. That means Caitlin Clark versus Diana Taurasi. Now, this has been building up ever since the year of the tournament, NCAA tournament, all the way up to Caitlin Clark debut in the WNBA. Now, when these two face off, to me, I feel like it's the passing of the torch. Because you got Taurasi been in the league over 20 years. She's 42. Caitlin's 22, 20-year gap. Games, attitude. I said it many times that they similar. And sometimes it's like a mother and a daughter. They could be just alike, but can't get along. Diana Taurasi, game speaks volumes, who she is, what she's done for the league, and I could get to the negative aspect a little later, but this is just something that I want to put together to show y'all the build up of this. Because what I have to go into another video to do is probably going to be tomorrow evening after the game. So, but if we go back a year ago to where Diana Taurasi and Caitlin Clark, when Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird first started talking about Caitlin Clark, and just how she is and what they thought of her game and how fun it was to talk about another women's sport. Now, granted, if Caitlin Clark had went to UConn, hell, they'll have been licking her feet. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. And maybe Caitlin Clark probably wouldn't got, the accolades that she got. Oh, shoot my back at you. Sorry. She wouldn't get the notoriety that she has now. But nevertheless, we're here. We had heard the snide comments. We had heard the praise. We had heard everything. But one thing you can't deny is Caitlin Clark's game. You can't. I don't care how much you try to sit back and analyze it and say, oh, she can't do this, she can't do that. I'm going to show you how, in the beginning, how Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird view her. Then I'm going to come back to y'all.
I mean, Camilla's coming. Caitlin's coming. There's more. I mean, Camilla's coming.
That's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted.
Is this where we talk about her being our child?
Oh.
All right, I'm going to let you deal with it. You're the mom.
This is our firstborn, Caitlin Clark. As you can see, she has the passing ability of Shoshana Bird. She has the pull-up. She has long distance range, like middle linebacker Taurasi. And she has the swaggy competitiveness of both of us. This is our love child born in the internet era.
All right. So you see that how both of them broke down her game and how her game mirrors both of them. Now, this was over a year ago when she was still in college. She had one more year. And then, this past year, she broke the women's all-time scoring record. Kelsey Plum, Breonna Stewart, Kelsey Mitchell, who's on her team now, and Pistol Pete Maravich and others, so forth and so on. But knowing that she was coming to the WNBA, the narrative started to change. It started to change. Started taking shots at her, not complimenting her as much. It's just, comments about reality is coming. But Sue Bird continued to make it classy because Sue Bird has been one advocating, one talking about the impact of her. She even met She even went to Iowa and sat down with Iowa and sat down and went to dinner with Caitlin Clark. So Sue Bird has a lot of admiration for Caitlin Clark. Now you can't say too much of everything. And I get it, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. Because when you have a person that is so impactful, just think of it like this. Kobe had Mike. When Kobe first played on the court, him and Mike went at it. He wanted to go after Michael Jordan. Same thing. To me, I feel like it's passing the torch. There is no female in the WNBA right now that has a greater impact on the game than Caitlin Clark. You could sit here and pair Angel Reese with Audrey Wilson, whoever you want to. But there ain't nobody in the game right now that's had more impact than Caitlin Clark. There is no other decorated female athlete in the game that is decorated, longevity, has the accolades than Diana Taurasi. This game is going to be at a magnitude high. Me personally, I will want to see Caitlin do well. I want them to go blow for blow. You know, Caitlin stand her own, show Diana Taurasi, hey, I'm the next you. Because whether you believe it or not, and I don't care if you do, but when Caitlin Clark's career is over, she's going to go down in history as one of the greatest WNBA players of all time. But that's a story for another day. Now, as I told y'all, the storyline continues within this season. And this is where it all started from.
I mean, Camilla's coming, Caitlin's coming. There's more than just that are coming. What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
You know, there's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you know, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Not saying that it's not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better. But there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. And, you know, it might take a little bit longer for some people.
So you hear that. She said it's a transition period. She said that, you actually look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but this is a grown woman's game. I mean, nobody's disputing that. I mean, but if you look at some of y'all games today, what's grown about it? Y'all don't play sound defense. Y'all run and gun more than anything. There's only a few teams that's in the WNBA that I could say that play very cohesive basketball. And to me, that's the Minnesota Lynx. That is the Seattle Storm. Everybody, New York Liberty just to a extent, you know. Everybody else, I mean, they play, but you got ball hogs on each team. Jewel Lloyd for Seattle, she's a ball hog, but she's efficient. But they do play within a team concept because she's like the leading scorer on that team. You move Jewel Lloyd off of Seattle Storm, they won't be good. You look at Arike Uwale for Dallas, she's the Kelsey Mitchell of the WNBA. She might lead the league in scoring, but at the same time, she's a ball hog. She's a ball dominant person. And you don't need that kind of person when you're trying to build a team. You look at the Atlanta Dream, they play really good sound basketball. The Washington Mystics do, even though they're young. The Aces is a super team. They got all of these people on their team, but they're not moving a needle. Everybody knows Caitlin is that needle mover. Everybody knows Caitlin who she is. They ain't dumb. Taurasi knows this girl is coming. She knows she's coming. You know what I'm saying? Let me I think I could go to this one, what Caitlin had to say about her today.
Caitlin, with tomorrow being the first matchup in your career against Diana Taurasi, does that bring any sort of extra excitement for you?
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's just somebody I grew up, idolizing and, looking up to and wanting to be like one day. So, obviously she's one of the greatest players our game has ever seen, greatest scorer our game has ever seen. So for me, like, I'm excited. Like, that's fun. Like, it's almost like kind of like a dream come true in a way. Like, you get to live out your dream while playing against the best. One of the best there ever has been. So it's fun for me, for sure.
All right, you hear that. Now, Caitlin gave her so much grace, so much credit. Respect her game. Respect her as a person, what she has done for the WNBA. Now, you heard earlier when I played the clip of Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi talking about her game. Everybody's showing clips on X talking about, oh, well, hey, Caitlin ain't got no mentors and stuff like that. She's talking about in the game. She's not saying who she met outside the game. Because she met Maya Moore, she met Sue Bird. Her and Sue Bird had dinner. Like I said, Sue Bird gives Caitlin high praise. But then you got these jealous women that's in the WNBA don't want to, because they feel like, and like I said, I can't get too much deep into this, because that's what I want to say is for a whole separate video, and trust me, I will be going in. But anyway, Diana Taurasi and Caitlin Clark, they're the same height, really. Diana just looks slimmer, a little taller than Caitlin. But if you look at their games, you see a lot of similarity in their game. Don't make no mistake, because Diana Taurasi can shoot the three good, but she can't shoot as deep as Caitlin. You know what I'm saying? Diana Taurasi ain't fast, but she's crafty. Caitlin ain't fast, but she's crafty. She can pass just like a Sue Bird could pass. She runs up the court fast like a Sue Bird runs. So you got the best of both worlds inside one person right now. Let me show you what Diana Taurasi had to say when they asked her about meeting Caitlin tomorrow.
Your thoughts going into facing Caitlin Clark for the first time on Sunday?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
She like, yeah, it's gonna be fun. She's like trying to like not get too much to talk about it. She's trying to like psych herself up. She's trying to like, oh, I'm going to take it to this rookie. You know what I'm saying? But the stage is yours, Diana Taurasi. You have a lot to show for on this game than you have anything, because guess what? Y'all gonna have a sold-out crowd thanks to Caitlin Clark. Your performance is going to hinder on you trying to dominate Caitlin Clark. If Caitlin Clark has a bad game against you, then guess what the storyline gonna be? Well, I told you, reality came, they're gonna shut down, they're gonna talk bad about it. But if Caitlin have her regular game, 15-5-5, that's a win for her. She don't have to go out and score 25 to 30 points just to prove a point. All she have to do have a consistent game. Maybe y'all both have a consistent game of the same scoring, rebounding, assisting. Guess what? That's a win. They say, hey, Caitlin, how does it feel to go against Taurasi? Hey, Taurasi, how does it feel to go against Caitlin? But people going to look in this game to see the ending of the game, how y'all interact. You best believe that's going to show a lot of everything. Now, my last clip, I'm about to show y'all what Sue Bird had to say about Caitlin and what she says about Caitlin's impact on the game. Let's make no mistake, people. Diana Taurasi is smart. She knows what Caitlin brings to the table, but she has to play the villain role. And when I say the villain role, she is the villain of the WNBA. There ain't no Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark rivalry. Because guess what? Because Angel Reese can't hold a damn candle to Caitlin Clark. I like Angel to a certain extent. But when we talk about numbers, she ain't pulling them numbers. Diana Taurasi and Caitlin Clark, two of the biggest names in sports right now. The young phenom against the GOAT. The passing of the torch is tomorrow. Will Caitlin take that torch? That will be something to see, because if she takes the torch and run with it from Taurasi, there ain't no disputing about who is the face of the league. Now, here's my last clip.
You know, my concern with all the talk about the first question always being Caitlin is that we are ignoring so many other women that are coming up. But will there be a point where you're just relieved that that's not the first question? Like, where's your level of frustration as one of the greats and with so many other women out there? So where is your level with frustration there as to that being the first question?
You know, I don't have frustration around that. I think that superstars do ignite leagues. They do carry them on. We've seen it on the men's side. We've seen it on the women's side as well. So it doesn't really frustrate me. It's her moment. She's coming off an amazing college season, drafted #1. It's not really, there's no way around it. Everybody wants to see how she's going to do. I think the way I've always looked at it, you know, as her popularity started to grow, particularly this last year, it felt like women's basketball in general, and then specifically the WNBA, was already on its way. The WNBA viewership and, you know, all the numbers that people look at, that was already on the rise probably over the last couple years. And to me, Caitlin was just this match that kind of ignited it and just made it bigger. So she accelerated everything quite a bit. Obviously, the viewership numbers show that. But things were already on a trajectory that was headed upwards. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for her in a lot of ways. The excitement, the eyeballs, I'm really thankful for that. And then once they're here, you know, you hope that they're going to see other talent. You know, I saw Pat McAfee was at the game last night. He's tweeting about the New York Liberty and Breanna Stewart and players like that. So it's just she's going to bring eyeballs. It's going to expand everybody's mind. But like I said, it was already on the up and up. She just took it to another level faster.
And you guys, by the way.
You hear that? She took it to another level faster. So, again, it's Caitlin's world. It's Caitlin's world. You can't dim her light. You can't take her shine. You can't cancel her because she's here to stay. And the quicker everybody get on board, the quicker we can move forward. But I do want to stress this. I don't want to go into this game thinking negative. That's the one thing about it. Now I do have a live at 2:30, I think, before the game starts, and I might go live when the game starts. I might end the live kind of early, about like 10 minutes early. Because I actually just want to go over some stuff or matchups and stuff with the game. I'm not going to stay on the live long, but I do probably do a live of streaming of the game, you know, just talk through the game, see things that I want to see and, you know, call out some stuff. So I might just do that tomorrow. But nevertheless, I do want to see a good game. I won't be surprised that Diana Taurasi at Kingdom Clark get attacked tomorrow. I won't be surprised. But then again, so many eyes is going to be on this game from media standpoint, ESPN, First Take, Undisputed, everything. Everybody's eyes is going to be on this game tomorrow. And it's funny because Angel Reese plays the Minnesota Lynx tomorrow on ESPN2. That viewership is not going to get a lot. That game is not going to get a lot of viewership. Everybody's going to be tuned in to the ultimate game. And that's between Caitlin Clark and Diana Taurasi. And the viewership is going to be out of this world. The attendance is going to be out of this world. It's going to be a good game. Hopefully, it'll be a good game. No blowout. But I expect for Diana Taurasi to play good. I expect for Caitlin to play well, barring her sorry-ass coach. So... But let's see what happens, guys. Because the thing about it is, this is Diana Taurasi time to show her that she's who she says she is. You want to prove a point to Caitlin? Okay. Because trust me, I'm sure the Phoenix Mercury is going to try to get Diana Taurasi off as much as possible. I can't say the same thing about Caitlin's teammates. Caitlin going to have to take hers. Point blank period. Caitlin going to have to take hers tomorrow. Take it, own it, and go from there. Until then, just your boy, LiveWire Sports Media, and I'm out. Peace.